In a world where everything is digital, it is nice to see something made with love, care, and human passion. It's kind of like getting a handwritten note instead of a text, or something that an AI robot wrote. There's a new video game coming out where the characters are physically embroidered into the game. This is such a unique, innovative approach to gaming, and it's just something that we have to talk about. The game is called Scarlet Deer Inn, and it's a 2D action adventure game. The story is super intriguing. The game's protagonist, Elise, is a mom who finds herself stuck in a dark, monster-filled underworld, and the game takes place in a medieval setting. And the game is being made by a team of 2 people, a husband and a wife. And not only is each character physically embroidered into the game, but the background is painted and the music is traditionally composed. Like, these 2 are doing everything on their own. They're doing the art, the programming, the sound, pretty much all the skills needed to make a video game. And it's really amazing to see this level of detail and care being put into a game. And there's nothing that I love more than a good old passion project. Now, to give you a little context on how the embroidery process actually works, because it is pretty interesting. The characters are first hand-drawn and then digitalized using a software called Hatch Embroidery 3. Then they get spit up in the embroidery machine, and the embroidery machine that they use, this comes from their Twitter account, is the Brother PR670E. After that, they are scanned, cropped, and then outlined into the game. Now, there was tons of people wondering on Twitter, and myself included, why did they embroiderate the game? Like, what's the purpose of it? Does it have anything to do with the story or the gameplay? And surprisingly, it does not. And the reason why they did it was because they like handmade stuff and different kinds of animation. And it's because of that they wanted to give it a try. Plus, no one's ever done it before, and it's really exciting. According to their Twitter page, one of the earliest attempts at embroidering the video game was back in 2019. So they've been at it for a good couple years now, perfecting their craft. They're marching the beat to their own drum, as cliche as that sounds. And I can really see this paying off for them, since the game is very well set apart from all the other games out there in the market. There's like a million games in the market. And this game will set themselves apart because of their unique art style. This is probably the most unique art style I've ever seen with a video game. According to their Twitter page, they had a lot of challenges that they had to overcome. They've tried many ways of incorporating the embroidery into the game, including making the entire background embroidered, or just part of it, using outlines or no outlines. In the end, they decided to go with this embroidering look that you see in the game right now, with the outline. However, they've mentioned that they're still tweaking it, so this might not be the final result. And I think it's awesome that they're pushing the boundaries to create something special. So now I'm going to show you some examples of their work, because I think it's really cool. So let's hop right in. I love how the ducks look. And here's what the embroidery process actually kind of looks like, how they're embroidering each character, animation, frame by frame. This is kind of how it all works. Here's one of their concept sketches for the game. They definitely nailed the medieval kind of setting. Dude, I actually really like how the sheep look. Now, unfortunately, we don't really know too much about the gameplay for this. So I'm not sure how the gameplay is gonna pan out. Like I mentioned earlier, the story does look pretty interesting. I gotta say, it's very artsy fartsy. This could be like hand stitched into your sweater. They've actually taken like a lot of inspiration from a number of different books, as you can see right here, to kind of like get that medieval vibe down. Even the logo is embroidered. The art style is so cool. Big fan. Here's what their embroidering threads look like. Here is another character for the game. Now, this is pretty cool right here. This is the font style for the game. And as you can see, they're doing the font on their own as well, which is pretty commendable. Like, just think, they could have just paid someone on Fiverr like $5 to do it for them, but they're actually doing it themselves. And this is another character concept. It's so cool, like how character art, works, and you have to like, get the character from all the different angles to animate it in the game. This is pretty interesting. This is another look at how the character creation was made with the embroidery process. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyway, if you want to check out the game and learn more about it, I will link the Steam listing in the description down below. I'll also link the Twitter page for the developers if you want to stay up to date on all the updates for the game. And yeah, that's about it.